What's up, guys? Welcome back to JSX. Today we have an episode of Bethesda Breakdown for you. We're going to give you guys a little bit of a conversation about Bethesda, what's going on there, Fallout, Skyrim, all kinds of stuff like that. So how about to start? Let's get your opinion on Fallout 76. Good or bad?
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
So what do you love about this game specifically?
It's Fallout.
Just that's Fallout?
It's a Fallout multiplayer game. Like, you can say what you will about the gameplay, this and that. There's no NPCs, or there wasn't NPCs when it first came out, when it first launched, whatever. It's still a game that's getting built, and it's changing as it goes on. Is it perfect? No. It's... Give me a game that's perfect when it launches. Okay. Like, give me one game that's, like, absolutely perfect, no glitches. It's a multiplayer game. There's going to be hacks. There's going to be glitches. Yeah. Take the game for what it is. I love the game.
Alright. I definitely agree with that. Fallout's definitely been lacking that multiplayer component throughout its last games.
Yep.
It's an interesting idea. I definitely think that the world's a little bit empty, at least at the beginning, and even after the Wastelanders updates. It still has this barrenness to it and this loneliness to it, which is part of the Fallout.
Yeah.
But I just feel like they need to put a little bit more in there, a little bit more interaction. And like, how many people can you have on a map? Like 12 people on a map? Like, I feel like
on a server?
On a server, yeah. I feel like that's
I believe it's 28,
so they
high 20s, early 30s, I believe.
Yeah, so like, for an MMO, I mean, it is a really, really big map. And like having, you know, like 20 to 30 people in that massive map, even though there are people there, you're just going to find everybody clustered up at the small little gathering areas, and you're not going to meet people exploring on the, you know, in the wilderness.
You may or you may not. I have, just running up on people, like stuff like that. But I'd rather have it to where I might have the chance to find somebody, rather than have somebody always there that I'm not like necessarily playing with. Like, I don't want to be following the exact same route as somebody else because there's so many people on that map. I'd rather be scattered, just because it is an post-apocalyptic game. Like, there shouldn't be just non-stop people.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have like 200 people on this map just because it is a big map, whatever, or however many people you want on the map to fill it, because it's post-apocalyptic. It wouldn't have that feeling of post-apocalyptic. There's no death, like there's no scale there. It's just any other world.
Yeah. And I'm not 100% sure about this, but I believe Fallout 76 takes place closer to when the bombs dropped than the other games do.
I believe
it's like 25 years after,
25 years,
right?
Yeah.
So I guess the world would be a bit more barren at that point.
Oh,
there
yeah.
would be,
No
there'd be a lot
vaults
more
are
destruction,
opening.
right?
Yeah, there's no vaults opening. You still have people that are still hiding out from the nuclear fallout. There's some people that aren't, that are like outside those nuke zones kind of thing. But yeah, I wouldn't, like, even in like the later Fallouts, like that take place like later on in the world, I still don't want to see group, like just like settlement after settlement after settlement. I still want there to be that barrenness to it. Like,
which
yeah,
is part of the Fallout, right?
Exactly.
That lonely, you know, going around listening to, you know, whatever, the Ink Spots, Billie Holiday, you know, blowing stuff up.
All those, yeah.
That's Fallout, right?
Dance in your pants, bro. Dance in your pants. I love those. I love those songs.
So, I definitely think that there was a bit of a lack with, there was no way to make like factions or guilds with your friends or anything like that. There wasn't enough ways for the players to interact with each other. Like, sure, you could go around, you could play quests together, and you could do little stuff, but you couldn't like build an actual settlement with your buddies.
Yeah.
You couldn't like, you know, you couldn't have like an actual like base with your friends and sit there and just, you know, like the most you could really do with your friends is like build your campsites near each other.
Yeah.
And like, you know, you could communicate with each other and like play the same missions, but other than that, there wasn't enough. Especially when it's like the main focus of it is the multiplayer.
Is like, yeah, you want to build that settlement. You want to have settlements that you can build with your friends. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't think it's I wouldn't consider it possible just because of how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's you'll always run into that same thing where someone else has a camp built in your location.
Yeah.
To have a settlement, you'd have to have such a big area that's just for your faction, your group.
Yeah.
That it wouldn't, like, it would take away from the experience of multiplayerness. Like, yeah, you have your settlement with people, but you're only going to be put in a certain amount of, like, worlds that nobody else has a settlement there or a camp or anything built there because of one person kind of thing. Like, it just wouldn't be practical to me to have that. I would want it, but to be practical about it, I don't think you could. Like, it's something you want, yeah, but it's a dream, in my eyes.
All right. Well, let's get a bit away from Fallout 76. Have you seen some of the new stuff about the new Skyrim game coming out, the new Elder Scrolls?
Yep.
I'm extremely excited.
I'm excited just to see how that world has evolved, because I know it's after so many years after this and that, but I don't know what it's going to be about. Like, I don't want there to be another Dragonborn game just because, the shouts for fun. But
make it something new, right?
Yeah,
continue the world, new character, new story.
Exactly. Like, I don't think they're gonna make it a Dragonborn. I want there to be dragons in the world.
Yeah,
I know that's not possible, but like, I think just because it's Skyrim, like, I would still want something like that, like a giant beast,
like a wyvern, maybe something like that.
Yeah, anything kind of like monstrous.
Yeah,
like you have your werewolves, your typical monsters, but like. If just they take away dragons,
holy crap!
I want there to be something else in its place.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I like the original Skyrim. I played the hell out of that game. I probably have more than 400 hours, 600 hours. I don't even know how many hours on that game. Done all the quests, all the stories, every item, every boss. You know, that's one of my favorite games, right? And even though it came out like. God, I don't even know how long ago that game came out, years and years ago. At this point, it still has so much to offer, and like every time going back into this game, it's still a new, not a new story, but it's a new perspective of the story. It's a new character, a new person to become and play with. It's great, and I really hope that the next Elder Scrolls has that same feeling to it.
Well, I don't think that's something to worry. Like, all Elder Scroll games did have that. That was like their main thing. Like,
for sure.
It's an experience on its own whenever you start, like, it's your experience. Your person, like, your character creation, like... The one thing I don't, like, are they going to have different races? Like they did, like, are they going to bring in new races?
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting thought.
So I want to see what the Dwemer look like. I want them to come back.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That always pissed me off that I couldn't find one. I was always hoping I'd find one.
Yeah,
never found.
No, that was a really interesting part of the Skyrim culture, because like almost every aspect of the world of Skyrim was influenced by the Dwemer, right?
So I did not know how much, like, how hated the Dark Elves were in that world.
Yeah,
I picked the Dark Elves because they looked cool.
Yeah,
and then I got in. It's like
everybody hates you.
Scum of the
everybody hates you.
Even other elves hate you. It's like, what? How? It's a very racist game, if you ask me.
Of course.
Wait, it's. Good questions, like, but holy, like, even if you're not trying to be like, you're always like, oh my god, it's
for sure.
Story. It's if you look into it, it's a harsh story. But yeah, I love Skyrim.
Yeah, Skyrim, absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10. I've played the hell out of it. So excited for this new one to come out.
So much. I didn't like the multiplayer, like the Elder Scrolls Online. I never got into it. Couldn't get into it. It wasn't.
When it came to Elder Scrolls Online, I think I played it for roughly 6 months or so. I didn't get too far into it. It was definitely fun. The community is really nice, helpful. Everyone likes to support each other. It's it's not a very toxic community. Everyone's there to have fun and help each other. The events and the quests and the things that you did. Like I forget what they called them. It was their version of like a strike mission. Yeah. Those were really interesting. The dungeons, like the boss fights, it was all really unique battles and stuff. there was an extreme amount of customization you could do to your character.
Yeah.
You could build your character not to just one class, to 4 different classes, right? And you could build your whole skill set.
See, I like farming, like games like where you have to like just farm certain things, like to get like to level up and stuff. But that just went to an extreme.
Oh yeah,
like it went back to like the old Oblivion days. It was just
you're essentially sitting there walking circles around a mountain trying to get some ore.
It's way too much.
Right, trying to level up your blacksmithing so you can make a little bit of armor, make some money, whatever.
Way too much.
It was definitely
way
a lot
too
there.
much.
What I did like was how not everything that you bought in the Crown Shop you could get, but most of the things in the Crown Shop, especially the DLCs, you were able to get through the base game for free by logging on every day of the month. So
I never would even experience that. I didn't spend that long into the world.
So that's how I was getting some of these like Crown store things and these like things you would normally have to pay for.
Yeah,
I was getting them for free because I was just I was looking, I was just logging in every day. And at the end of the month, there's like the big mystery award.
Yeah,
and usually it'd be content, whether it's like the Thieves Guild or the Dark Brotherhood or whatever. So I got a lot of free content that way, which I really liked because it was a way that you can still get all of this content and get all of this stuff without having to put more and more money into this game, right?
The microtransactions wasn't just play to win.
Yeah, it was you could get it without buying it, which is something I absolutely love in games with microtransactions. I feel like if a game has microtransactions, there has to be a way that you can get that by grinding or some other way without paying.
If it's something to do with like to make your character better, like gameplay wise, like that kind of stuff. Yeah, if it's cosmetics
are different.
Who
cares?
If it's a microtransaction, that's the only way you should be able to get it. If it's cosmetic, because any other case you're wasting your money.
Exactly.
If it's stuff to like weapons or stuff like that, if you want to pay to win, do it, but you should have that option to get it in game, or you're just stealing at that point.
Exactly, right. What else? Bethesda was originally bought by Microsoft.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
Yeah, that's definitely excited to see what's coming out of that. It makes sense.
It does for me. It's just more effort, more like love is going to be put towards these games.
Exactly, right?
There's going to be more
tender loving care. Right?
Exactly.
You're going to get a lot more added to these games. You're going to go deeper. Our design is going to be better for these games. Like, it's just a good thing all around.
I just want to know if they're going to keep Fallout now or any kind of Bethesda game exclusive to Microsoft.
Yeah. This is something I've been curious about.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, personally, I want it. Just because I want to play Last of Us. But they're exclusives, like stuff like they're exclusive. I think we deserve our exclusive Bethesda games because it's Microsoft. You want some people to buy like your systems, make some exclusive. I don't think they will, just because it's
at least not yet.
Well,
they just kind of bought it and they were already building it for both consoles. So I don't think with any of these games that are recently going to be soon coming out, we're going to be seeing Xbox only. But I believe with some future Bethesda games, we might just see some
smaller
Xbox
titles.
Only, some smaller titles, right? Some exclusives
like Fallout, Skyrim. Those games, I don't think will ever.
It's too big of a franchise for
it's too much money lost.
I want to keep this. They're losing so much money, right?
Yeah, like you'd make some money on like console sales just because people want to play those games.
It's not going to make up for it though.
But it's
too big of a title.
Exactly. Like I want to play Last of Us 2 like this and that, but I have no drive to
it's not enough to make me buy a PlayStation just for that. 5, right?
I'm sorry, but love your game and everything, but it's just there's no drive to get it. So
definitely
exclusive win they lose, but I want to see if they make it an exclusive. I'd laugh, but it would be a good business decision in my eyes.
Oh yeah, for sure it would be. So what else is going on in the world of Bethesda?
What else is going on in the world of Bethesda? I have no clue.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
you gotta get on top of your video game stuff, man. Come on.
Oh, bro, I I focus on one thing, and that's what there's too much brain power. There's so much brain power being wasted on other stuff. Like, yeah, I have to focus on one thing. Like, I'll see something, it'll be shiny, it'll be like, okay, that's what I'm focusing
on. Okay, you know what? At least one of my big problems with Fallout 76 early on was, even though they had these quests that were really interesting, where you're going through and you're finding these holotapes and these letters and stuff, they all ended the same way.
How so?
The person who wrote these, they're dead, you're honoring their final wish, you're burying their remains or something.
Yeah.
It's a short little story, and there's nothing that you actually get out of it. It's useless information, which, I mean, it builds the world of Fallout.
It's building the lore, yeah.
But it's just, there's thousands of these quests where you're just going around picking up audio logs. And it's too much of the same thing. And I felt like all of Fallout 76's quests were either, all Fallout quests are pretty much the same, but it's either, kill this guy, retrieve this item, or find this thing, right?
Yeah. Or go flick this switch, or...
Yeah, some stupid thing like that, right?
Yeah, but before Wastelanders, like, before they brought in the NPCs, like...
Oh, it was
still a way to do it, like... It was what people hated about the game, was because you're getting all your quests from audio logs or holotapes, like stuff like that. But like, in that world, it made sense. Like, if you want to get like to nitty gritty, that plague killed everybody.
Yeah,
it turned everybody like. There's not going to be anybody left to give you that quest. Like, if you're going to do it like that, like, you don't have the capability of putting NPCs yet into your game. It's the only way you're going to be able to do it. Like, I agree with it. I didn't like it because it didn't feel Fallout to me. Like, I didn't have those crazy NPCs.
Exactly.
I had to read
what
their stuff.
I said about this game was, it's not Fallout.
Yeah. It wasn't. It didn't feel Fallout at the very beginning until they brought in their NPCs, and then it's still not Fallout yet.
For sure.
But it's getting there, and so it's what I respect about it. Like, it still has that humor in it. There's not that many crazy NPCs. Like, they're all like normal people, but you have like your one or two like funny characters. Like, they're building the world as they go, which I respect. Like, the world's always changing, new factions are coming in, new settlements are changing every time. Like, they add stuff, which I like to see, because now your world's building. You're like, the world's changing with you. So when you first started, the game looked like this, your world looked like this, and now, like, today, it's one settlement it's covered in like cultist stuff, or found, like, you have your settlers like with their big foundation, or like their big settlement. The raiders have one. Like, people are coming back in now that that scorched virus has been cured. Like, the world is coming back. So
see, I still hold a little bit of hate towards Fallout 76 because I pre-ordered this game. I was extremely excited for this game before it came out.
I did.
I got it day one. I downloaded it as soon as it came out, and I hopped right on.
Yeah, I knew better.
And it was about an hour of what am I playing?
Yeah, I knew better.
What is this? It was so empty. It was so boring. I felt it was such a ripoff. I had to wait. It was probably 2 years until Wastelanders came out.
Yeah,
right. So I had to wait about 2 years to actually play a game that felt the slightest resemblance to what I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I agree, and that's why I waited.
held so much grudge towards that.
I was one of those people that was dying for a multiplayer Fallout game, like since like the first talks of it on PC. Like, I was dying for it. It would always get like pushed back or canceled.
The mod for New Vegas, where you can do the multiplayer.
Oh, even before that,
I played that, and then I was like, "Bang, we need this."
Yeah, even before that, like on PC, like original Fallout days, like Fallout Tactics, stuff like that. Like that's when I wanted. Like, that's how long I wanted it. And when they first brought it out, I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to be put off the game. Like, I don't want to have that grudge like you did. So I waited, and I think it was the best thing I did. I'm glad people like you bought it.
Yeah.
Had a horrible time, didn't like it, whatever. I don't care. You still bought it. You made that world possible for me to come in later. Like, thanks a lot. You know what I mean? Kudos.
Yeah, I get that. I totally get that.
But like, that's why I waited. I knew that if I bought it right away, there was going to be something that put me off of the game. It wasn't going to be that perfect thing just because it's that MMO game. That MMOs, your world always has to keep on getting built. There's always going to be those problems.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
I think they brought out a little too early.
Definitely.
Like, bringing it out without NPCs. Yeah, I know the reasonings behind it. Like, they couldn't.
It was...
But I think it was a little too early.
It was... There wasn't enough there. There was... The game was there, but there wasn't enough... like... Just the interesting stuff, like the relationships, the lasting effects on the world. Like, I wanted to see my effect in this wasteland, right? I wanted to see what I did for this wasteland. You know what I mean? Like you did in Fallout 3 with Project Purity, or Fallout New Vegas when you're taking over the Strip. You know, you want to see your lasting mark on this world.
Well, again, like you're never going to be able to, like, on an MMO.
Yeah, you
can't make a change to the game because other people have to experience it as well. Right. So you're never going to get that perfect. Oh, it's not Fallout unless I see the world changing as it goes. You're never going to get that. Yeah. Never. Unless it's something towards the story, like major gameplay, and everybody has to experience it that way. Like, it's the only way you're gonna do it.
Yeah,
that's just the world that follows it. Other MMOs, yeah, you could, to where you're on the dark side, you're on like the villain side, so stuff's gonna change for that.
Yeah,
but you're never gonna have that true MMO experience where everybody's gonna be experiencing the exact same thing. Or something different.
You know what actually really excited me? There was the one person who was almost like a companion you could get. It was an astronaut or something like that.
You get a few new NPCs.
They could go to your camp, right? And I was excited for that because I thought it was going to be someone who could like actually walk around with you. I thought it was going to be a proper companion.
We all did. Right? Like when they said companion, we all thought, right, we're going to be able to bring out this companion.
Exactly, right? Yeah. And then you get there and it's just what was her name? Sophia, something like that. And then you get her to the camp and then it's a couple of
fetch quests.
Yeah, trying to figure out what happened to her.
Well,
it was interesting. It's cool having somebody at the camp, but I want more interaction than that.
Yeah. There's always going to be talks about bringing like a companion out kind of thing. I want it just because it's companion, but those companions in the original games were more for because you didn't have that second player, that friend playing with you, that companion. So once you're able to bring like anybody you play with, so if you and I play, we're each other's companions. Like that's what it's representing.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're able to bring out a computer, you're just bringing out a storage unit. Yeah, like that's what their purpose would be. Like, and then that's just going to cause more server issues with loading and stuff. Like they already have a problem.
The server issues were definitely a big problem. I had multiple times my servers crashing or taking an extremely long time to load up. Sometimes getting just booted out for no reason.
There is lag, crashes, stuff like that.
Yeah, lots of lag.
It is a lot to do with storage in the game. Like, you have to think, like, majority of people in one server, their inventory's full, like their storage unit's full or near to being full. Their character has a bunch of stuff. Like, it always has to be loading that stuff. Yeah. Every single time. And every character or every player has something different. So it's always loading that. Yeah, it shouldn't have that much problems, but it's because anybody that plays Fallout is usually a hoarder. We can't get rid of shit. So we can only truly we can only blame ourselves to that extent. Like we're in that. If you want to blame Bethesda or their servers, this and that, you'll empty out your storage unit.
Exactly.
Simple as that. Like you want to like put them on blast for it, empty your storage unit. Like empty your storage box, throw it all away.
And that's another reason I don't think Fallout suits the MMO world.
I do. I disagree. Like, when you play Fallout and you get those rare weapons, this and that, like, playing it by yourself, like, oh yeah, I got this rare weapon. When you're playing it on an MMO, it's that trophy. look what I got, look at what I got, kind of thing. Like, you want to show people what you have.
Yeah. I get that.
I truly want them to figure out a way to make more storage. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, so where you can have, like, carry more, store more, like, we're hoarders.
Yeah.
I need my fix. Like, I need to collect. I don't want to throw it away. Unless they, like, figure out a way to do that, people are always going to complain, like, people are always going to be, oh, well, then we shouldn't have, like, it, you know. Mm-hmm. If you're a hoarder, you're a hoarder. Don't blame Bethesda. But, like, if you're going to play a game like that, you want to show it off. You're collecting that stuff. Yeah, I collect for myself. Mm-hmm. Like, I have stuff that I'll never wear.
Yeah, of course.
Weapons that I'll never use. But it's more that trophy-ass thing. Like, someone wants to try to front. Like, oh, I got this. Yeah, well, I got this. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather have it like that than be like, oh, yeah, I've collected everything in the game. Okay. Like, I'll always do it no matter what. Like, it's not exciting, but like, I want to be able to show it off. Like, I want to post on here. Like, I want to be like, look at all the stuff I got. Like, I want to make people jealous.
I definitely get that. Yeah.
And you're not going to get that same effect on a single player unless you're like, oh yeah, well, I got this item. Telling your friend, like, well, show me. Then you got to take a picture, show them in game. Like, that's how I feel. Like, it's that competitiveness.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. I definitely understand that. See, I didn't really care much about showing off my cool stuff or anything like that.
I did.
I definitely liked some of the outfits. They had a lot of really interesting outfits, really wacky stuff you could wear. But that's Fallout, right? Yeah. I was running around dressed up as a World War II nurse, covered in blood. Like, this is fun. It's cool stuff.
Mine changes all the time. Like, every so often I'll change. Well, probably every week or so. Yeah. I'll change my outfit. My favorite's always been my Pioneer scout, shirt, like costume, like with the shorts.
Yeah, yeah.
And my the mole head.
Oh, the mole head. Yeah.
It just looks so creepy. Like, it just looked like, Fallout World would have one of these characters running around. Like, it just I love the costumes in that.
The costumes and outfits. Definitely amazing. Even the ones that you don't have to buy. Like, you don't have to buy any of those ones on the store. The ones that you find in the game are way cooler than the ones you find.
Hold on. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm a horror when it comes to that item shop, those outfits. I'm a horror, bro.
Oh, no. How many have you bought?
A whole lot. Almost. Depending on what it is. Like, probably almost all. Like, there's some I can't, like, because, like, they came out when the game first started. I was like, I'm not playing the game yet. But I should have, because of those outfits, like those masks and stuff.
So the microtransactions are getting to you.
Oh, for that kind of stuff? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, but I don't mind them. Yeah. Just because I can get my items in game.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't have to buy it to make my game better. It's for my experience.
The fact that you were able to do the challenges to get the items in game, I love that. Yeah. Absolutely love that. Yeah. Because when I was loading up one time, I saw the item store and I was like, oh, great. Here's a bunch of stuff I'm gonna want and I'm never gonna get because I can't bring myself to actually spend money on microtransactions, right? And then you get into the game and you see these challenges. Oh. I can actually obtain this stuff.
Some of the challenges are a little ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure.
A little ridiculous, like 72,000 hours. Guys, I'm addicted. Let's cut those hours back a bit. Come on now. Like, I'm not playing this like for the rest of my life. Like, that's you guys insane. Got more guys. You guys got more games.
That's 72 hours. 72,000 hours.
76,000 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the item shop was it was a good
76,000 wood.
It was a good example of microtransactions, definitely.
Yeah, well, they did it well. Like, no one gives them that credit. Like, they brought out a fridge and people freaked out. Oh, said it was game breaking because you can keep food cold longer. I'm sorry, but that's not game breaking.
No,
they brought out an unlimited storage thing. For people that bought Fallout first. Yeah, it's a little game thing. But
for sure.
People that bought Fallout first, they're the ones pushing like more DLC, more updates. Like,
they're supporting the game the most.
Exactly.
Right?
Like, give me that. Like, it could be game breaking, but it's due to a subscription. Like, it's not something it's the only thing I would consider game breaking in that sense, to where, like, if you don't have it, you're at a disadvantage. Like, that's the only thing. Like, the fridge, yeah, it keeps food colder for like an extra 20 minutes. Like, it's not game breaking. Anything else in that game is just cosmetic, or like stuff to add to your, like,
house, right?
Yeah, it's like there's nothing game breaking about it except for that like the subscription.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
Nobody can, like, really badmouth them about it. Like, they've done it good.
They did. The Fallout first, I know it had a lot of backlash when it first came out.
Yeah,
but
I don't know why.
It's not that big of a deal. You know, it's the people who want to support the game, and they want to see more things coming into this game.
People buy subscriptions for Call of Duty.
Exactly.
And you only get you get a couple free maps.
Some skins.
Yeah, right? It's like, this way, like, I don't, like, what's the difference? Like, they're microtransactions. You're buying, like, loot boxes.
Yeah.
So, you might get a skin. You might get. I should be able to buy that skin anytime, or, like, play to get that skin. Like,
exactly. I've always said that.
That's a bad example of, like, that's the shit you should be bitching about. Like,
for sure.
To bitch about a fridge or something, or all your microtransactions are, like, whatever, like, for a cosmetic thing. Like, if that's what you want to spend your money on, go ahead. Like, it's not.
Well, I remember when it was I think it was Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4. They came out with the loot boxes that gave you actual guns and the actual, like, melee weapons and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
That's bullshit.
I remember we spent probably, like, what?
Way too much money.
$300, $400, $500 trying to get a stupid double barrel pistol.
Yeah, your dad's crazy, bro. Yeah. Your dad's crazy. Your dad's crazy.
Like, it's just, you want to know what you're buying. It's gambling, right? It's straight up gambling.
It's legit gambling.
It's legitimately gambling, right?
There's no other other way to put it.
You're paying for a chance to get something.
Which, it's gambling.
It's the definition of gambling.
Your dad talked about this too. And stealing credit cards to get on these, like, microtransactions.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Man.
It's crazy.
Stealing their parents' money to buy Battle Pass or a couple loot crates, man. It's insane. Anyways, I think that's about all we're going to talk about for now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this Bethesda breakdown. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what your favorite part of the video was. And let us know what you guys think about Bethesda. Give me some of your opinions on what's going on with the new Bethesda being purchased by Microsoft, and some of the things going on in Fallout 76 and other Bethesda things.
Tell me if that Fallout Miami's real thing. That's what I want to know.
I'm pretty sure that's a fan-made.
If it's fan-made, kudos to that fan. Kudos to that fan. You got me going.
I think it's a mod for Fallout 4, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, no, I actually don't know a lot about that. Let us know what Fallout Miami is all about. But thank you. We'll catch you guys next time.
All right, have a good one.